Ella was on her way back home for the summer when smoke flooded out from under her hood. She had plans for the summer, and fixing her car was not one of them. When the tow truck pulled up to her house, Ella's parents came out to welcome her home. Ella's dad told her that he would call someone in the morning to take a look. Her family ate dinner and they went to bed. As Ella fought for sleep to come, she scanned through her phone on ways to make quick cash. An ad for plasma donation caught her eye. Ella searched for the center's location, finding it to be only a few towns over. She figured out what paperwork she needed and planned on going in the morning. When Ella woke up, she grabbed a bite to eat, gathered up her documents, her phone, and headed out the door. Between the bus ride and the walk, it took her about 45 minutes to arrive at the center. Ella's first donation took about 3 hours due to the nurse performing a physical and asking her about her health history. Ella was tired after the long wait, but her spirits lifted when she got her first $100. When Ella's dad came home, he brought his friend with him to look at Ella's car. Ella's dad came in, wiping his hands on a towel. "Among many things, it's the head gasket that will be the most expensive." Ella sunk lower into the couch. "And how much will that be?" "My friend will do it for cheap, and I'll pay for some, but you will need about $800. You can come in to work with me a few days to pay that off." For the next few weeks, Ella continued on this cycle of donating plasma and helping her dad. The walk to the donation center was something she looked forward to. It was always cool in the morning and there was very little traffic. Ella enjoyed walking by this one fenced-off block with piles of gravel and rocks scattered around. It was the only place in town that was empty. Every day that Ella walked by this block, she tried to find something she hadn't noticed before. The only thing she continued to find was this one pile of rocks that was distinctively different than the rest. It appeared something was sticking out of it, a pole or a stick. But this pile of rocks was never in the same spot. The second time Ella saw the pile in a different spot, she picked up a small rock and made an X on the sidewalk about where she figured the pile lined up. From this, she could tell if the pile really did move. The next time Ella walked by, she made another X. When she found her first X, she realized the distance between it and the second one was about 10 feet. That didn't make sense. She was looking at the pile the exact same way. The pole sticking out was going in the same direction each time. How could a pile of rocks be plucked up, dropped, and land in the same position? Ella continued with this a few more times. The X's were never in the same spot. This is when Ella considered that maybe the pile of rocks was not actually a pile of rocks. So she started whistling and clapping her hands to get the thing's attention. But she never got a reaction. One morning as Ella was walking, she needed to use the restroom and didn't feel like she could make it to the center. Since it was dark outside and there was no traffic, Ella pushed aside one of the fences so she could do her business. As Ella was finishing up, she heard some rocks fall. Ella strained to listen while she stood up. And that's when she saw something move from behind a pile. She gave into curiosity, and with every step Ella took, she heard something scurrying around. That's when Ella heard a piercing screech. She took off back toward the sidewalk and never went behind the fence again.